Okay, let the others join, no problem. You just type your USN and the chat box. And meanwhile, somebody raised the hand, 72 register number. If you can answer the question, you can just raise your hand once again so that I can just 72 register number. Still not logged in. Yeah. You don't have microphone. Okay, fine. Normally, with respect to your type, frequency will always be inversely proportional. So, with respect to this terminology, T is equal to 1 divided by F. T is always inversely proportional to. If you take T, it is always F. So, in the other sense, T will be equal to 1 divided by. This is directly proportional. So your time is always inversely proportional to frequency. This one we all know it. So based on that, we have just designed this. So time duration, if you want to calculate, if the frequency is given, T is equal to 1 divided by F, will give you the answer for time. Always time will be measured in seconds. Keep that in your head. Always time will be measured in seconds. Frequency is measured in hertz. So these two, you already know it. Once again, I'm just reminding you what it is. Normally, with respect to your sine wave, there are several factors or parameters. So first parameter is the peak or the amplitude, which is represented as A. So how much high, which is the last particular area where it has been reached, no, that is becoming your amplitude. So now just this is your peak. So this one is nothing but your actual amplitude. Whereas the frequency is nothing but how many times the same sine wave will be repeated. That is nothing but your frequency. Frequency. So it will be nothing but rate of change of signal. That is how much changes that you will be having it, how many times it will be repeated, how it will be changing it, depending on that your frequency comes into picture. Frequency always measured in hertz or cycles per second, you can just say. But normally it will be just giving it as hertz itself. Period is nothing but the time of one repetition. one cycle, if you want to cover it, how much time duration that you are taking it. That is nothing but your period t. So t will always be equal to 1 divided by f. Next one is phase shift. What is the phase shift? Say the shift is with respect to your whether it is starting from 0 or whether it's starting from 90 degree or whether it is starting from 180 degree. That is nothing but your phase shift. So you can just know the particular time over here. See here. So peak amplitude, that's what they have just mentioned it over here. So one with the signal, two are mentioning the same peak amplitude with different amplitude, each one of it. This is called as simple. This is a periodic one and simple one. Composite means multiple signals will be there in one particular area. Okay, this one I'll just skip it. So voltage of a battery is always a constant. So if you use any particular battery, if it is having a very simple example that I can give you is with respect to your charger, that is mobile charger or any adapter, if you just take it, one particular constant note it will be given over there. It can take up to 5 volts or 2 volts or 3 volts. 2 volts to 5 volts it will be there. So depending on that, if it comes above that also, there will be a transformer where it will be transforming or that particular thing will be cut short at 2 volts or 5 volts, which will be very easy for your charging point to take that particular current, and it will just flow that particular current into your mobile phone or whichever the charging devices that you will be connected to. So it will be a constant. That's what they are just telling it. So frequency and period are inverse of each other. So that's what, if you know the frequency, you can calculate the time. So if you know the time, you can calculate the frequency. Both are inverse to each other. So next one is two signals here. If you just can, yeah, it's visible, right? Is it visible to all of you? Is it visible to all of you? You can say yes or no. Yes, okay. Yes, fine. This is two different particular signals is available over here, but with different frequencies. Frequencies is changing. So this particular first signal, that is A diagram, whatever you are seeing is with respect to the frequency of 12 hertz. 12 hertz is 1 over 12. Each time the particular signal will be changing. That's what it says. So in 1 by 12th second, every time your particular signal will be changing. So it starts from, it is having a new signal at the one after completing the period of 1 over 12 seconds. 1 by 12, anything, it can be point something, you can get it. So with respect to that, I'm talking about. So whereas with respect to the second one, the amplitude is one and the same, but only the frequency is changing. That is the occurrence of this particular signal or the lengthier that it will be leaving in this particular period is more with respect to your second. That is 1 over 6 seconds you will be having it. So the frequency, if you are changing it, then it will be a different scenario. Your amplitude remains same. Only thing is the occurrence of that particular signal will be varying. How much time that particular signal will be lying in the particular waveform. That's what we are just seeing it over here. Understood this? This is with respect to frequency. The previous one was with respect to your amplitude. This is with respect to your amplitude, different amplitude, same frequency. Whereas here, same amplitude, different frequencies. Frequencies is always inversely proportional to time. So with respect to the time, how many such particular waveforms I can just, how that particular change has been occurring. That's what it will be just saying. How frequently you will be using it. Understand? So that's nothing but your frequency is all about. Next one particular table is that unit of period and frequency. So this one you already know it. So 1 second is nothing but 1 hertz. 1 divided by 1, that's what it is having. So 1 millisecond, if you are having it, 1 divided by 10 to the power of minus 3, it will be 10 to the power of 3, that is kilohertz it will be. So microseconds, if you are having it 10 to the power of minus 6, then it will be nothing but megahertz. So you are having nano particular seconds means it will be gigahertz. Picoseconds, that is 10 to the power of minus 12, then it is terahertz with respect to your hertz equivalent. So you all know about this, just a brief introduction about it. Next one is, this is a simple calculation where the power we use at home has a frequency of 60 hertz. The period of the sine wave can be determined as follows. So what is frequency? 60 hertz, and I need to determine the period of the sine wave. Period of the sine wave is nothing but t. What is the time duration each particular wave will be lying with? So 1 divided by 60, that will be nothing but your seconds. Now to express in milliseconds, you can express it. What do you want to do it with respect to your milliseconds? If you want to do it means you need to just go with it with respect to 10 to the power of minus 3. If you are going with respect to, okay, if I have 120 hertz as the power at the home, frequency of the power at home is 120 hertz. What will be the period of the sine wave? You can just give the answer in the chat box. My question is, just take a whiteboard. Erase this. Yeah, take a new text box. So what I'll do is, I have a frequency at home as 120 hertz. It is not kilohertz, I'm talking about hertz. Okay, so what is the time taken for the sine? What will be the value? You can type the answer, because yeah, anybody who knows the answer, you can just